All right, so now we have our data all nice and formatted. It's good to go. This will upload super fast. Now we're going to hit File, Download, and I'm going to download this as a .csv. Boom. And then we're going to come over to our Truly Creation account, and then we're going to click on Phone Book. Now in Phone Book, I'm going to come over here to the far right, and I'm going to hit Import, and then Upload File, find my CSV, and hit Open. And now Next. Now, this is the part that normally gets everybody frustrated, and I just ask that you have patience, because what's happening is it has that list and all those headers, and it's literally searching and combing the entire system, and it's seeing, okay, this header looks like this, and we're matching it here, right? So it takes a little bit of time, and I'm actually going to time it right now to see how long this actually takes. But normally it takes about 2 to 5 minutes. Shouldn't really take longer than that. However, if you're uploading a list of like 10,000, 100,000 records, it's going to take a lot of time. So kind of be realistic and just remember this is a machine, and we're giving it a lot of stuff to look at, and you want it to match everything up and for you not to be frustrated. Now, if you don't want to wait, all you got to do is just send your list to us, and we'll be more than happy to upload it for you. All right. So I'm going to just be silent for a little bit, and we're just going to wait. All right, so there we go. We are back. You see it just uploaded. I literally hit my timer whenever I said I was about to time it, and it's at 1:03. So a little less than 2 minutes for it to upload. But however, if you saw that your computer says, hey, do you want to wait on this or not? You're going to be like, hey, this thing's frozen, Eric. And then you're going to be reaching back out to us, and we're going to be like, hey, you got to have patience. All right. And I just proved to you, and I didn't pause it. I didn't edit this at all. Like, that was actually how long it took. Now, another thing I want you to look at is this is how hard it is. Everything's already matched, right? Now, again, it's already matched because we corrected all the headers and did that pre-work before we uploaded into the system. Now, property address, we are going to match this. We're going to hit address, city, we're going to put city, state, we're going to put state. Kind of funny I'm having to say that, but you know, zip code is postal code, and everything else, again, it's already matched. If you want to check it out, you can check it out always. Now, I do want to point out one thing. This phone right here is the actual phone in the system. So the system only has a slot for one phone, but then we built where you can have up to 10 phone numbers. And that's the reason you see phone and then you see phone one type. Now, I don't know if this will ever come up, but I think it's good for you to know because the system is going to grab the phone and it's going to match it. However, if you ever grab the data and you upload it manually and you type in phone one, there is a phone one. And then you're going to have problems on the next page because the system isn't going to have anything to match it to. So anytime you import data, you have to have either an email or a phone. Okay, so that is a rule. So for instance, with this, again, I want you to point out and like understand, right? Discover this. It says phone one. However, right here, we have it labeled as phone because there is a huge difference. So to prove my point, like here's email, here's phone, right? And then if we scroll all the way down, it's like extra fields is phone one. All right, so that's that. I just want to make sure you understand that anytime you upload data, you have to match it to the actual phone or email. So for instance, if you have a list with email, that's awesome. You can actually just match it with phone one here. But either way you do that, the system will match it all up for you. I'm just preparing you if you run into that issue. All right, it says don't import unmatched data. We're just going to check that box always, and then we're going to hit next. And again, this could take a little bit and you could get frustrated, but again, it's taking all this data and preparing to upload it into the system. So even me, I want to click this button again. I'm like, did I click it? Right? You just got to be patient. It's working right now. It feels like it's unresponsive or frozen, but it's not. The system is working. And if I set a timer for this again, what have I been talking? Like maybe 5 seconds. So we'll see what happens here. Boom. Look at that. That was literally like 10 seconds. All right. All right. So now we want to name the data, the list, the upload list of complying with our naming convention in our cheat sheet. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and just copy and paste over that. I don't need the date. So this is something to think about. Whenever you upload your list, it's going to already have a date on it. So erase your date from import name because it's just going to take up space and you don't need to see it. However, we do want to see our market. We want to see all that other stuff. I'm not going to really mess with his naming convention too much just because like it's already done. Like this is what he wrote. So we're just going to leave it just like that. Okay. Now I can absolutely create a smart list. All right. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then I'm going to hit advanced and I'm going to select if you upload emails, it'll ask you, hey, do you want to match existing contacts based off of emails or do you want to do phone numbers? For us, I mainly always try to do emails if I have all my data with emails. But if I don't have emails on my system, then I'm going to use phone numbers, right? So for instance, this current user does not have any emails in his system. So we are using phone. All right, so tags, you can use format only where it's only going to add the fuel to your system, but it's not going to do anything with it. So for instance, if you add the tag, and again, what we're talking about is where we're at right now. We need to figure out what we're going to do with the list that we're about to upload. Now I'm going to go ahead and just type in new residential, and then you see seller's list there, and I'm going to go ahead and add that. And then I'm going to hit this little box down here. I'm going to check it off, and I'm going to hit submit. And here we go, right? The data is being added as we speak. And we could go in here and look at show stats, and it's going to either update them if the contact already exists, or it's going to create them if the contact doesn't. Again, it's only based on that phone number. So for instance, if you have a bunch of contacts in there and they are the same contacts, but that contact is on phone 5 inside of stage 1 marketing, and you add it in here based on phone 1, it will create another contact, and that could cause a nightmare for you. So I'm letting you know about it now. All right, so you want to be aware of those things, and that's where, again, it's important to understand your list. But for the most part, no harm, no foul. You're just going to call them twice, and there's always other stuff like you can do. For instance, I can come over here and hit merge contact, and you can't have too many of them, right? So if these were the same contacts, I can hit merge contact. I think you can do up to 10 contacts at the same time. You can merge them all together. And what you would do is you would select your master record and then go down through here and select which pieces you want on that contact and then hit confirm, and it will merge all 10 contacts into one contact. So if you create duplicates, it's not a big deal. This is how you fix it. It's very easy. Okay, you just have to come in here and find it. Now, let's just say that you uploaded your data and you didn't add that new residential tag. Well, don't worry about it. All you do is find your data, right? You can literally hit more filters and filter it by however you want to, right? And you can say created, and then you can say less than, and then you can say 1 hour ago, right? And then hit apply, and it's going to show you all those contacts that were just created within an hour, right? And then after that, well, then you just select all of them, and then you're going to come over here and add tag, right? And then you're going to type in and you're going to do the exact same thing. You're going to add the appropriate tag to make it do the thing that it needs. But you need to know how to do this, right? So new residential sellers, and then it's going to go through and load them into your stage 1. Okay, so don't be upset if you can't figure that out or make a mistake, because you can absolutely fix it. I just showed you how. All right, and then for action name, don't overthink that at all. Like action name is just what you're doing. Pretty much every time you use this, I would just put something like update. If you want to be more specific, like update or add to stage 1, right? Like that's perfectly fine as well. Just keep it short and simple. Don't overthink it. Like it doesn't really matter at all.